Palantir, oh Palantir, we have to break down what's going on in this video on the charts, what I'm looking to do with this stock as we're getting pretty close to earnings, and we'll break down in general the market, some other stocks that I'm looking at if we have time later in the video. So guys, smash the like button, make sure to subscribe, and you might as well get your free money from Moomoo up to 15 stocks with at least a $100 deposit. Just use that link down below or go to stocksurfast.com/Moomoo, and for a limited time, your uninvested cash will earn 8.1% APY, which is an absolute no-brainer. So get on it, use that link, and with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So Palantir stock right now in the midst of a very strong green day. By the way, it's about 3:45 p.m. on the East Coast right now. Palantir stock is pretty much at break even as we have the S&P up over 1.1%, the Russell's up 1.7%, Nasdaq's up 1.6%, and the Dow's up 0.3%. So Palantir is pretty much at break even, and we got a good wave of selling in the morning. You guys can see Palantir opened up at around $29 per share, and we got under 28 bucks at the low today. We hit $27.70, which was a drop of around 4.5% from open. So not the end of the world, but it was a pretty decent drop in the morning as stocks in general were pretty much going to the moon, right? And we can see here, since that point, which is a good sign for the bulls here, we have rebounded. You guys can see, if this wants to work, hold on a second here, we can see we have rebounded from 27.70. Now we're at 28.50, pretty much at break even on the day. And if I draw out some basic lines here, guys, let me pull up the 5-day and show you all this. We can see if I draw this basic line out, we're now actually starting to break out of the lows from Friday and from Thursday. Thursday, you guys can see we held 28.50, 28.40 all day. Same thing with Friday. And this morning, we took those lows out. No doubt about it. There's no one denying that, right? We took out those lows. We got to 27.60, like I said, 70, whatever. So we took the lows out. Not the best sign, but now we're starting to recover back over what was support, which became resistance. Now it's becoming support again. We're starting to get out of there, which is a good sign overall for the bulls here. We're not fully breaking out again quite yet, but we're getting back to where we need to be, right, in terms of the chart here at least. And on the 5-day, or rather the 10-day chart, let me pull this up. You guys can see, what did we hold? We held a higher low. You guys can see if I draw this out, channel tool, boom, 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 there we go. We can see we are holding a higher low right here with today's drop in the morning, which is a very good sign. We're holding this channel, which is phenomenal. And now all we have to get, guys, is a play back to the top of the channel, which would put us anywhere from 29.50 to 29.75, 30 bucks, which that would be the next big breakout spot for Palantir, like we've been covering here in these update videos, right? So not the best day today, but obviously not the worst by a long shot. We're pretty much at break even, which for a stock that's been up pretty much straight and to the right, this is not bad. This is actually good. You know, we're consolidating. We're holding steady at 28.50. Buyers came in above the 180 moving average on the 1-hour chart here. This is panning out very beautifully, right? And the uptrend's obviously still holding. Nobody's denying that. So let's see what happens heading into tomorrow, the day after that, as we get closer and closer to earnings. Do we end up going back over 29 towards 30, maybe over 30 bucks, or do we break trend here, which I don't think is going to happen. Never say never. It could happen. Who knows? But I don't necessarily think we'll break trend. If anything, I think we'll consolidate and chop around a bit between 28, 29 bucks. Then maybe if earnings are a grand slam, strong guidance, maybe that is what will get us, propel us finally over that 30 buck level. Maybe we'll see a 3 in front of Palantir's stock price pretty soon here. Maybe after earnings. Again, we have to see what it's going to take to push it over that point. Ultimately, I think we're going there. Like I've said in many update videos throughout 2024. I think we're going 30 plus this year. Will it be tomorrow? Will it be after earnings next week? Time will tell, or the week after. I think they're on the 5th of August. Either way, guys, this is looking pretty good, and not every single day is going to be a grand slam, out of the park type of day. There's going to be days, especially after we've ran up a lot, where it's going to chill, consolidate, and pretty much be flat, which is kind of what we're getting right now in the midst of a very strong green day, right? So personally, guys, full disclosure, I'm long Palantir. I own this stock in the low 20s. I was buying a ton in the low 20s, and I'm happy to own it for a long time. You know, I'm very excited about their earnings. I'm very excited to see how AIP ends up playing out, how much this company can grow their revenues, how they'll turn those revenues into profits, which I think they'll do very beautifully at, they'll do well at that. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're in the mid 28s in the midst of a green day, and we'll see how it plays out. And we have other stocks in the space, or not in the space, but just in the markets in general, doing very well today, mostly big tech. We have stocks like Google shooting up over 2.5%, right around 2.5%. Microsoft's up 1.5%. This trend is looking pretty good. Apple's rebounding a little bit, or at least it was last I checked. Now it's at break even. We'll see how Apple goes. They're set to report earnings pretty soon here. It looks like on the 1st of August, so early August, we're getting their earnings. And in terms of stocks that are getting pounded today, down, we have Crowdstrike, which we've covered before here on the channel. I think people prematurely bought this thing last week. Now we're down another 15% pretty much today alone, which is why you have to be patient, be very careful, especially with stocks, companies that just got terrible catalysts. I mean, guys, they literally caused the world's largest IT outage, and it's not like it was a cybersecurity breach or something out of their control. They literally screwed up. It was their fault. And now insurance won't cover it because cybersecurity insurance won't cover that because it was their fault. It wasn't a breach. Maybe some other type of insurance will cover it. I have no idea. But in general, stock market lesson here, guys, we'll wrap it up with this. When companies have very bad catalysts, when things like this happen, biggest IT outage in the world ever in history, don't just jump the gun and try and load the boat and buy a stock right on the initial dump off, because trust me, as the aftermath plays out, as stuff starts to go, or things start to unfold, trust me, stock's going to go lower. The stock going to go lower, especially with negative catalysts, right? And here we are, proofs in the pudding. This is exactly what's happening with CrowdStrike, as now it's down from $400 to $265. And honestly, guys, I don't know where I would buy CrowdStrike stock. We talked about on Saturday, their PE ratio is ridiculous. Even with this drop, it's still 450 PE ratio. I don't know. Maybe if it comes down to 200, 225, I'd consider buying some shares. But as of now, man, I'm on my hands. I'm sitting on my hands for CrowdStrike. And who knows, maybe it'll come down even more in the short term. That's kind of what I think. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Smash the like button. Run the likes up on this video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And check out the Patreon for my private portfolio, Discord, plus more. That's linked down below. And you might as well get your free stocks. Up to 15 stocks with at least a $100 deposit. And your uninvested cash on the platform, Moomoo, will earn 8.1% for a limited time. So guys, check out that link down below, or go to StockSurfS.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.